Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Sierra. Okay, we got recording started, and um, if you have any questions as we go through the presentation, just type them in the question box that's in the right-hand column there. And as we go through the information, I'll be keep an eye on that and answer those questions as I see them come up. All right, cool. Okay, so tonight's presentation is Market Like a Pro on social media, ecosystem for entrepreneurs. Ecosystem for entrepreneurs. We're going to be taking a look at a system that I'm going to be using I'm in the process of using, uh, and that's the phrase that they coined for marketing that system. Ecosystem for entrepreneurs is pretty cool. So we're going to be taking a look at that system that's free to use. And I think it's a pretty powerful system. I have some history with the developer of the program, and I think he's put together a pretty awesome system. But before we get into the information here, I want to take care of first things first here. FES University, we have trainings on the schedule for this weekend in December. You want to make sure that you go to fesuniversity.com, go to the training tab, down to itinerary, and what you're going to see is that in December coming up here, we have December the 4th through the 6th, Detroit, DC Metro, Las Vegas, Nevada, and then the following weekend, December the 11th through the 13th, New York, the New York area, Atlanta, Georgia, San Antonio, Texas, and St. Paul, Minnesota. So plenty of opportunity in December here to get to a training somewhere. If you know people in those areas, make sure that you invite them out to the Friday evening presentation so that they can have an opportunity to attend a live overview, which in my opinion, if you send somebody to a live overview and there's 20, 30, 40, 50 people there all in a room that are listening to one of our VPs do a presentation, it's very powerful. Give me 1 second here. I got email coming in. So it's very powerful uh, to have people at those live presentations. Very effective, let's put it that way. So you want to take a look at, don't automatically assume that you can't go, okay? I mean, don't say, oh, geez, I can't go to training, so I'm not going to look at the information, and thus I don't know where it's going to be, and now it's just useless information. When in reality, it's very important information because certainly you need to go to a training, but more importantly, don't you want to know where they're at, and who's going to be doing the training, so that perhaps you might know somebody in that area and you have all of the information, and then you're more likely to market it, more likely to let people know if you know where it's at. For example, Derek Smith's going to be here in Detroit, Michigan at the Hilton Garden Inn on Gratiot. There's all of the information. If people have to come in from out of town, there's room information and the itinerary. So this is important information for your business. You need to be aware of what is going on at all times in your business. Okay, there's an opportunity. You may know somebody in or around the Detroit area. Certainly, anybody that I know in that area, I'm going to be reaching out to them to go see Derek Smith and listen to him do a presentation. Why not? Okay, that's what's so simple about this business. If we use the tools that are in place to market our business and to get trained, it's a very easy thing to do. Okay. So make sure that you go to FES University, take a look at the itinerary. You can register through this website as well. You need to get yourself set up as a user, okay? One thing, you guys are all here on this webinar because you all participated in the 30-day challenge, right? So just based on that, that tells me that you're all people that are interested, obviously, in building your business, okay? So everything that I'm sharing with you right now, if you've not done some of these things, just make a note of it and go back and do this. You need to register yourself at this website so that when you come here and you pay for your trainings, or you buy some product that you need for your business, like folders or brochures or magazines. There was just a text that just went out today with regard to the magazine. Excuse me. I'm trying to pull that up here now. Um, Final magazine of 2015. Okay, pre-order your magazine ASAP. So if you're on our texting system, which you should be, if you're not, you need to get on it. You should have received a text regarding the Final magazine for 2015. They're absolutely great marketing tools um, for your business if you know how to use them. And part of what we do at the trains is teach you how to use those as marketing pieces. You know, the magazine is almost like a presentation in and of itself. Okay, you can sit down with somebody and literally go from page to page, and it takes them through a process. So you want to get yourself registered at FES University and make sure that so that you have a login, and when you go there, you obviously you'll log into the site. So it just makes it easier for you to use and pay for your trainings and your marketing materials through the site. So the other thing that we got going on, obviously, is we have our convention coming up. The most important event of the year for your business. Yeah, give me one second here. The most important event of the year for your business is coming up in January 29th through the 31st. Okay. So again, I have a group of people here that are all on this webinar because they're participating. They raised their hand and said, hey, I want to participate in a 90-day, or I'm sorry, the 30-day challenge. And so obviously you're serious about your business. You're here because you want to hear the real deal. Not that we don't tell everybody the real deal anyway, but you again have identified yourself as somebody that's highly motivated because you're here. So the real deal is you need to be at the convention. This is your company's biggest event of the year. And we are in a growing phase right now where there's going to be, every year there's incredible uh, uh, additions that are made either to product or to marketing materials or to the compensation plan. Just the whole experience that you go through for those 3 days is something that you cannot get on a recap conference call, or if somebody comes back and tells you about what happened there. Okay, you need to be there. This is your company's, your business's biggest event of the year. You need to be there to experience it. You need to be there to get firsthand knowledge of everything that's going on, hear from the founders what the plans are for 2016 in terms of your business growth. Okay, you need to be responsible for your business. You guys are all entrepreneurs, and you just need to make sure that you're there. Take a look at, start taking right now, you need to start taking a look at flights if you got to travel. You obviously need to get yourself registered. You need to get your hotel reservation done because they have a very inexpensive room block at the Rio. And you definitely want to be at the host hotel where the event is happening so you can be there and commingle with all of the other people that are there from FES that are obviously serious about their business as well. So go to fesconvention.com, take a look at what it's going to start going through the process. If you're not there yet, start going through the process and laying out the plan, taking a look to see what it's going to take to get there. You'll find a way to get there if you're serious about this business, if you're serious about being successful. That's just the reality of it. So, um, okay, so back to our slides here. Okay, so if you are on this presentation, you need to ask yourself, and I'm assuming that maybe I do know the answer because you are here, is social media important to your business? Uh, if the answer to that is yes, then you're in the right place because obviously we're going to talk about social media marketing. One of the other questions that you need to ask is, what is your brand? Do I market myself or my company? What is the most effective and efficient way to market? So those are three questions that we're going to, obviously the first one, if you're here, you've answered. The second two, we're going to talk about. So your brand and marketing. One of the things that you need to be aware of is we are in a highly compliant industry. Okay, the company has very specific marketing guidelines, and you need to familiarize yourself with them. Now, what I'll say to you is this: is that um, we are still at this point, because of the size of the company and where we're growing right now, they're pretty lenient on that, but there are some very specific things that we never, ever want to do. Okay, and that is we never want to. First, let's go through the topics here. Be careful how you market yourself and be compliant on how you market the services. No company logos on personal websites. Do not use the BBB logo on any site. It is only approved to be used on our corporate site. Okay, you can say that we are A plus A plus rating with the BBB, but you don't want to copy that logo and put it on a site. You are not, your individual site is not a member of or even rated by the BBB. Okay, our site is, or the corporate site is, and so that is a big no-no. And again, the company does not want us using their logos on any other sites, on any of our own personal sites. Okay, so and with that being said, again, you're here. We're going to talk about marketing on social media. It's our job to keep our eyes open in terms of what we see online. If we see somebody that's marketing something ridiculous, making ridiculous statements, okay, about our products or services, we need to, a phone call needs to be made to the corporate office to let them know. And because this is our business, this is my business. I want to protect what I've built over the last several years with this company and what's coming here in the future. And all it takes is, unfortunately, if sometimes people, for whatever reason, make false statements, false claims to get leads, okay? And the reality is you don't need to do that. If you just market the product the right way and you're truthful about it, we have a great program. We industry's fastest results, close to 1 million deletions, A plus rating with the BBB. All of our protection plan. We have everything that we need. There's no reason to add any fluff or try to trick somebody to call you. You already have the greatest product that there is out there. So when it comes to marketing online, I say that if you are going to talk about a product, for example, you know, go to your product website and take information from there and use it. When you get down to the specifics about a product that you want to talk about online, don't make something up, especially if you don't know if it's true or not. Go to that product tab on your website or go into your FES Protection Plan membership and take a look at the information that's there, and copy that information because that's a truthful statement and that's compliant information that's already on your website or on your protection plan, your personal website or your protectionplan.com website, okay? If you're anything outside of talking about the product in terms of marketing, that's okay. But when you get down to the specifics about the product and what they can do and what the results are and what the time frame is, and you're talking about guarantees and stuff like that, you better be using the language that's on the company website because that'll keep you out of trouble. Okay, we don't want somebody to create a situation out there where it impacts us all in our business moving forward. Social media is like so huge, obviously, and there's so many eyes on it. You can't afford to do that. And you want to be tend to be cautious, very cautious. Okay, more cautious than not so. All right, when you're marketing online, very very important. This whole piece in terms of the compliance thing. Okay, it's huge. All right. So again, keep your eyes open when you're online. If you see anybody from I've done it. I've called them directly, or I've called the company and say, hey, and they'll make the phone call and have them take it down immediately, or I'll call them up myself and say, hey, listen, that's not compliant. You need to take that down. Okay, and normally there's not a problem. Just somebody just didn't know. Okay, So, or they got just too over aggressive. Don't be over aggressive. Tend to err on the more compliant side. Okay. All right, so when it comes to marketing, it's all about balance. In social media marketing is just another way to generate leads for your business, but we don't want to focus or spend all our time over in one corner, okay? And if we're balanced, we're in the middle. For example, we see this box here. We're in the middle of this box, okay? This is you. And you have these four different marketing. You got social media, you got your warm market, you got new relationships that you're going out and developing, you got affiliations that you belong to, groups and organizations and that type of thing. So you want to spread yourself out or make sure that you're not focusing too much in any one corner. Okay, you don't want to be hanging around over here in the social media corner all day, because then you're not doing any warm marketing, you're not building any offline relationships, and perhaps you're neglecting some of the affiliations that you could be involved with. But if you're in the middle of the box here, you got things going on in each one of those areas in social media. You're working your warm market. You're out there building new relationships. You're attending different, maybe you belong to a BNI group or you go to networking clubs or whatever. Now you're spreading yourself out and you're creating an opportunity in four different areas where you can pick up leads for your business. Okay. So that's why it's important to be diverse with your lead generation. Okay, don't look for it all in one place, because if something happens and then that goes away, then you're up a creek. So okay, so let's what I want to do now is I want to go in and take a look at the system here that I'm going to be using that is designed to be efficient in terms of your marketing. Okay, it's called the Markethive. If you're interested, after we go through the presentation, if you're interested, let me know. Or I'll put the link out. Here's what I'm going to do, and you can sign up at the link that I provide to you. This is a totally free system to use. This system generates its revenues through ads. You have the ability to buy ads to the system. That's up to you. I have not done that yet. I may do it later. I don't know. You guys see the ad at the top of the page here? I got to pull up in the question plane here. Give me 1 second. Okay, so can you guys see the ad at the top of this page here? Okay, so this system is set up to look exactly like Facebook. Okay, so just for ease of use. Now, the way that they generate revenue is through selling banner ad time, banner ad space, so many impressions. Again, I have not bought any. I may at some point do that. I'm not advising you either way to do that. If you decide to do that, that's your decision. Now, when I give you the link that I'm going to provide to you, there's going to be an offer to become a founder. This is a fairly new system that's still in development. That's entirely up to you. Here's what I will tell you. If you have $1,200 to spend to become a founder in the Markethive and you're not a season pass holder, then you're spending your money in the wrong place. Okay? So again, if you have $1,200 to become a founder in the Markethive, you better be a season pass holder, because that's your priority, is a season pass, not a Markethive. Okay? So the tools that are available in this system are free for life. And we're going to take a look and walk through some of the tools that are in this system and why this system is, I believe, very, very powerful. And as they continue to perfect it, we can use this to really broadcast ourselves collectively and individually in social media and throughout the internet. Okay. The developer of this system, Tom Pendergast had a system that he developed in the or mid 90s that I got involved with in early 2000, and it was a relationship marketing system. It was one of the first systems out there of its kind. Tom was also a developer, one of the first developers of the autoresponder, like you see Aweber and GetResponse and those type of autoresponders that are out there in the marketplace. Tom actually designed and developed and launched the very first one into the market. So there's a lot of experience behind online marketing with the developer of this system. So that's why I know that it's for me anyways, a very powerful piece of what I'm going to be doing over the course of throughout the next year here in terms of marketing my business through Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, all of the social media channels, including a blog, some blogs that I'm going to be doing. Now, I don't know if there's anybody on here that's going to be doing any writing, but we can do and are going to be doing some webinars on blogging and how to create a blog. Very simple to do. And the really cool thing about that is that this system here is your main hub for everything. So in other words, if I'm creating a post or if I'm creating an ad, I'm going to do it in this system, and it is going to send that information to all of the properties that I have connected to the system, being my blog, being my Facebook, Twitter, all of my social media accounts, and some ones that I really don't even have set up yet that I'm going to be setting up. But this is the main hub. This is the main piece that's going to syndicate all of your information out there. And again, two things that why this system here is, as far as I'm concerned, a preferred system versus some of the other ones that are out there, is that there's other things that are going to be happening behind the scenes in terms of people that are within this within this group that are also going to support sharing your information throughout their channels as well. That's what they do. So if we take a look here, for example, if I go to blogs here, they have there's a number of different people in here. I have not posted any blogs in here yet, but I have people that I'm connected with in the system that have posted some articles, okay? And I'm going to show you something how easy this is. So these people have, this guy here does, he's a real estate agent down in Texas. You got different people here that are involved in different things that are all not competing with each other, but are helping each other to share their information. So if for example, I'm connected with Charles Juarez here, who's down in Texas, and if I'm sharing his information, right, that he put together here, or commenting on that, he's going to do the same thing for me whenever I create a post, okay? Basically, all he's did here was put together an infographic with a bunch of pictures on here, but at the same time, this is very powerful because it's all linked to him, and he's creating social buzz, if you will, through all of these different channels. Now, I don't want you to get confused with what we're going through here because we are going to be having the next seminar or the next webinar that we do, we're going to break down some of these things here to start help you to understand how to get the system set up and what are the things that you should be doing. And again, it's not a very difficult thing to do. So give me 1 second here. I'm going to show you. So right now I have my Facebook connected to this account, my YouTube, my Google, Twitter, Instagram, Amazon, Foursquare, Discuss, Read It, and there's other ones down here that I have not yet connected to the system. Okay, so you can see it connects to Blogger, Live Journal, WordPress. So the good news is that once you connect all of these systems to that, it's not like you have to go to your Facebook, your YouTube, your Google, and Twitter, and all these individual platforms to post information. this system is going to send it out to all of these um, locations, all these social media platforms for you. All you have to do is put the information into it, and then it sends it to all of those. All you have to do is set up the accounts and then add them into the system. So I've created in the system as well FEN Online Marketing, which is a group that I'm going to start adding you. As you guys add yourself to the system, I'm going to actually add you into this group, and then that way I can, as I start to do different, as we start to work on different marketing strategies through the system, then we'll all be connected. So I have this group here. And I will add, again, as people start to add themselves to the system, they'll be added to that group. You also have the ability to add videos to this system that you can actually record right here on the screen, or you can upload a video. I have some videos on my YouTube channel, so it actually added those as part of my group of videos. So you can see I've got my G Plus account connected here, my YouTube account, and then it automatically adds my videos that are connected to my YouTube account. You have campaigns on here where you can run different marketing campaigns. You have the ability to shorten URLs. For example, this is a link here. If you're using the FEN website, the lead capture pages, this link here is right here is from one of my capture pages that's attached to me. And as you can see, I've got this really super long link here. And one of the things that I'm able to do in the system is actually create what they call a tiny URL, so that it just makes it easier when you're posting these pages online. Sometimes these really long links, for some reason, people are a little bit leery of them. Sometimes, depending upon where you're posting that link, it might take up too many characters. So these tiny URLs work very well. This is what's called an asset map. This circle here represents the Markethive itself, and then these little planets that you see, or that are kind of revolving around it or out from that, are different locations where information is being sent to. And again, don't worry about not understanding this. We are going to go through and do some training on that. So really, the power of this system is that you have everything centrally located. It's free to use. You got a group of highly the people that are involved in Markethive already are people that are very internet marketing savvy, if you will. So you'll be able to connect with some of those people in this group or in this system. And you're going to learn some stuff as well, some additional stuff outside of what we're doing here from those folks. They're going to be doing different trainings also. So it's really about being involved in a community. Everybody's marketing online. You got all of these tools that are right here. So even when the company launches, my thinking is this: is even when the company launches its capture pages, the system that it's going to be launching at the convention. Obviously, another reason why you want to be there. This tool is a tool that can be used to support marketing those capture pages, those lead pages, lead generation pages that the Genie system is going to be provided that we'll be able to use. And at the end of the day, you know, with that system, you're going to be able to do some online marketing because of the capture pages that are going to be included with the Genie. So you're going to want to have to learn how do you get traffic to those pages? How do you generate a lead online? I mean, some people haven't never done that before. So now you're going to have the system where you have just like the FEN system that I put together for the team. It has these capture pages, but if you can't get people to see those, if you can't get those pages in front of people, then you're not going to have anybody putting in their name, address, and email, phone number so that you can contact them and have a conversation with them. And that's really what this system here will do, is it will drive the traffic to those pages if you participate in it, if you create a little bit of content. It doesn't require a whole lot. And the reason it doesn't require a whole lot is because you already have a group of people in here that are going to be sharing your information as long as you're sharing a little bit of their information. So now you got the power again of that group, and you don't have to be out there by yourself trying to get your information out there on all these social media channels. That's a very tough thing to do as an individual. This system, you can leverage the system, you can leverage the people within it as well. So again, we're going to be doing some more trainings on how to actually go through. To set up the system is very easy. So once I send the link over to you and you go to that link, it's going to be a very easy walkthrough. You're just going to, again, don't worry about the founder subscription. You don't want to do that. You're just going to do the free system. It automatically, I believe, defaults to that. Let me pull up a link here real quick, or let me log out of here. In the meantime, does anybody have any questions about this system? And give me 1 second here. I lost my I lost my question plane. Robin, the system there's a way to create capture pages within the system yet. I was playing with it the other day. I'm not sure how to do that. Um, I wouldn't worry about that too much. I would use this system more for marketing the capture pages that are in the FEN system versus worrying about creating capture pages at this moment, anyways. Until I understand further how they create the pages within the system. And the other problem with that is, creating capture pages. I'm very cautious with the pages that I create in terms of using the company information. That I mean, I've done that in a way where I've not used their logos, I've not mentioned their name. I talk about credit repair, or I talk about a specific product, but I don't mention who it is. And the reason I did that was because I don't want to have any issues in terms of compliance and marketing. Does that make sense? Does anybody else have any questions? Yeah, that's kind of the history on those pages. Um, I want to show you something here so that when you come here to this, so when you come to the page, This is what you're going to see first. It wants to connect to your one of your social media profiles. So you want to, for example, I connected mine to my Facebook. Okay, so it wants to know when I come to the Market Hive, if I'm when I want to connect, I just click on the login with Facebook, and I think it still has me logged in here. I wanted to show you that initial page. Okay, so when you sign in, you're going to see here it says optional affiliate program offer. All Markethive services, tools, and areas are free for life. Okay, so this is all we're worried about. Don't pay any attention to this, please. Advertising services generate our income, and it's only optional, never required. Become an alpha founder. You don't want to worry about that. Again, you need to become a season pass holder before you spend $1,200 to become a alpha founder. You're just going to be and you're not even going to do the subscriber. So don't worry about either one of these boxes here, okay, when you sign up. Because everything that we need to use in this system is free. And actually, the developer of the system himself took me through a walkthrough on the system when I signed up. No, you're going to go, Charisse, go to, I'm going to put the link here in the question plane or in the question box here so that you have that. You want to go, Sharice, you want to go directly to the link that I'm going to give to you. And I just sent it to everyone. Everyone should have that link. And it's markethive.com/Mark Bustamante. And there's no, again, this is, you know, we need to focus on our business. We need to focus on FES, and this is just a way to help us again from the social media and the online perspective get more exposures, get more information out there. Okay, season pass holder Melody. Melody, who's your sponsor? Melody, I would talk with your upline sales director above and ask them about the season pass. Okay, cool. And if you go to one of the SOSs coming up here in December, they'll go through a whole. They talk about the season pass, and you'll have an opportunity to talk with one of the instructors if you're able to go, again if you're able to go to one of the trainings and talk with them about that. You can actually get signed up. They have payment plans and everything else, but it's just a great program. Anybody, when you we take a look at the numbers. All the top people in the company are season pass holders. That's just the way it is. So, any other questions about the system or the link? You guys all see the link that I sent to you? Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do, go through the set. It's very simple. You're not going to break it. Uh, Click on the links, fill out the information. I'm probably going to do another as you guys come in, I'm going to add you to the group that I've created. I'm probably going to do another webinar. Today's Thursday, probably. I might even do one this weekend. Raymond, yes, there's a video available for the FEN, how to register for that or how to. I think you already registered. You just need to. I don't know that you've been posting any of the links for the capture pages. So there is an instructional video on how to do that. I will send that over to you. So again, probably what I may do I may do something in the afternoon on Saturday. Maybe I don't want to do a webinar during the week during when we have our other calls that are going on. Maybe Tuesday. Tuesday we have a afternoon call at a corporate for any new agents that Sue Griffin and Pat Karras does. They'll walk you through your back office, and that's at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So Tuesday I would probably do another webinar for those people that do get set up in the system or have any questions. Anybody else have any questions? Okay, so that's what I got for you guys tonight. Hopefully you guys see, I mean, again, it's not for everybody. I mean, if online marketing is not your thing, don't worry about it. I mean, we're still going to have webinars and work on offline marketing, other types of marketing, but yes, it's going to be, yes, Robin, it is recorded. Yeah, that's fine. Um, so if online marketing is not your thing, you're not interested in social media marketing, that's okay. Don't feel pressured. I just wanted to put this out there for those people that want to participate and learn about marketing online, social media, and this is a great tool, as far as I'm concerned, to do that with. And that's my invite to you is to learn. I'm still learning the system as well because again, it's still in the developmental stage, and he's going to have private conference rooms that we'll be able to use. So in other words, if we have somebody that we want to pull into a conference room immediately to maybe go through a presentation with them, a one-on-one, or show them a video, then you'll be able to do that at no cost. Okay. So it'd just be a small conference room. It might hold one, two, or three, three people. Obviously, it's going to be more than one, but it'll hold two or three people. Okay. So there'll be a lot of great tools here that we can use, again, just to create additional exposure for our business and make it more, this is we all work from home, and we're able to expand ourselves beyond just our local marketplace obviously through the internet. And these tools make it possible, make it easier to do that. So yeah, Robin, I am going to record the Tuesday webinar as well. Any other questions? All right, guys. So then, some of you, I'll see you on the call tomorrow morning. I know Raymond, some of you have been getting on the morning call at 8 o'clock. We're going to obviously have it again tomorrow. So we'll see you on the call tomorrow, and then you're welcome. And then Saturday. Today's Thursday, so we got 2 more days. We're into the second week of the month. 3 weeks left here in the month of December. Plenty of time. You want to be planting as many seeds out there as you possibly can right now, between now and the end of the year, so that when the new year comes, people are ready to they've made those New Year's resolutions where they're going to fix their credit or eliminate their debt. You've already spoken with them. They've, gotten in their head so that when the new year hits, they'll pull the trigger on it, and, it's just going to help your business in 2016. So make sure that you're out there working it through the rest of this month, because there are people out there. I'm signing up people in the month of December. So if I can, you can as well. All right, you guys have a great evening, and I will be talking with some of you tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock.